guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
Ooh.
Okay, this is a little hot topic.
It's not heavy, guys. It's just...
And we have opinions. Now, we ain't got no business having opinions because this really ain't none of our business. But
if you've made it public knowledge,
we just gonna comment. We just got opinions. We wish everybody well, but we got opinions. Okay, maybe you've heard Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. She commented that they split their household 50-50. Everything is 50-50. So Dwayne did an interview with Shannon Sharp, and he mentioned that he did buy a house for them. And then during some interaction or situation or conflict with Gabrielle, his wife, he said, "This is my house." Made that comment. And that's the way he said it. I mean, the interview, that's how he said it. So I'm repeating it. So
we're following his energy.
Right. So the next home they bought, she put in 50% because she told him she didn't want him ever to be able to say that to her. This is my house. Mm-hmm. It would be, this is our house. So, this is a problem. That's a problem for me, just that. But, I really feel like I can't say how she feels because I don't know how she feels, but it seems that the money, her putting the money in, buys her a voice in their relationship.
Well, and
that she feels she doesn't have.
You showed your tail, talking about this is my house.
Right. And he was, and in this interview, he went on to talk about, she knew he had X amount of kids and, ex-wife or wives, I don't know. Basically, what did you expect?
Right.
You know what I mean? What did you expect? And then he went on, she's got parents and, I don't know, siblings, grandparents, people that she helps and takes care of. So his whole thing was, so what? You want me to spend all my money and then you're saving up? Now this is during the interview. I'm just listening. I'm just repeating what I heard.
And if you guys are curious, this is Shannon Sharp's podcast, which is Club Shay Shay. Because that's what the interview.
That's where the interview.
That's where we're getting.
So this is out of his own mouth. So she had made the thing about the 50-50, and my feeling is now. I'm old school. I understand people that do this and split. Do what works for you, but women are receivers. Yes. Our bodies are receivers. That's just how we're built. That's how it is. So the whole idea of a man asking you, what are you bringing to the table? A real man knows you are the table.
Right.
The household, your life, it revolves around you.
Yes, because the house is not a home without you. The rest of it is
you're doing this kids, is just stuff. Even if you're working, even if you're doing other things, we all know the mom
most of the time.
She's doing it all. Yeah. She is doing it all. So you are the table. So I don't think it's too much to ask for him to buy you a house. Now, some of you younger folks who are just starting out and you're not there yet, I feel you. But even though he can't buy it now, he should want to.
Yes.
The want to is more important than the doing. Yes. He should want to. Like if I had it,
right?
If I had it, it would be yours. So, and then I was telling Natasha, you think Sean Carter asked Beyonce? You think Jay-Z asked Beyonce? Baby, I need your 50% on Friday for the $100 million house they just built. I bet not.
Because I don't think Tina.
I bet
Tina
not.
raised her that way, so I don't. See
I don't see Ben asking Jen, to be honest with you. Now she might have kicked in. They've got hers, and our type of situation. And
because they each have kids.
Right. So, that's a little different, but I would venture to say he was willing to do it.
Oh, yeah.
The want to was there.
The want to.
Now, I don't know what happened, but I bet the want to was there.
Yes.
So.
And even I was disappointed with Dwayne Wade's demeanor in the interview.
I was too.
Like, it's real, it's a word we don't use on our show, but it's real F-boyish. It was. It was just, and it was,
just an attitude.
Yeah.
Just an ugly attitude.
Yeah. And there was really no real apology for saying, this is my house. There really wasn't.
No,
because you go on to go ahead and let this be a 50-50 split. And one of the things I didn't like, it was from a standpoint or a vantage point of, well, she got 20 or 50 other responsibilities. She got her dad, her mom, her sibling, and he's listing all the stuff. And so he goes on to say she pays for her stuff, that part of her life. And you know what I pay for? I pay for 100% of mine. But then no, you don't, because that is your wife. So if you're not paying for 100% of yours.
You see her with his kids.
Yes, you do.
Too. You see her holding it down, being the mom with his kids. So it's not that
didn't have
easy.
A damn thing to do with her.
And then I heard him say, so what? I'm paying ballet lessons and, music lessons
that's your
and this
job.
And that. And you just get to keep your money?
That's your job.
Really?
That's your job, whether you flip burgers, whether you sweep floors, whether you teach kids, whether you fix HVAC. That's your damn job.
So I'm done with him. Like I was telling Natasha,
I was hella disappointed.
I'm not a sports person. I don't know sports people. I knew who he was, but I hadn't really heard him talk or anything.
No.
But I'm done. And just his attitude.
Yep.
She has some situations that she's very open about. She was sexually assaulted as a young woman. She was in another marriage. It didn't work out. She has some self-esteem issues that caused her kind of to be a mean girl.
About. Right.
She's gone to therapy, different things.
Infertility issues. Yes,
which makes you kind of have self-esteem. Infertility can make you have some issues, self-esteem issues.
Certainly.
So in my mind, this is her in that place, and this is the kind of guy you get.
Right.
So I'm telling y'all, that's a no-go.
When it happens,
that's a no-go.
Y'all heard it first. That is not aspirations. I do not aspire to go 50-50. If I'm going 50-50, you are my roommate.
Right.
That's what you are.
It just screams roommate. Like, I need
and
your
you know what's sad?
I need your part of the light bill by Thursday.
Venmo me.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
It's like,
and I've had roommates that were better to me than that.
Really?
I've had roommates where I've been sick and I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, what about this? Oh, I just paid electric, girl. You were sick, you were this, you were that. I've had roommates be better to me than that. And so, yeah.
Well, okay, Brene Brown was in an interview recently and she was talking about Brene Brown, you know her, the therapist. She was saying that marriage is not 50-50. And she was going through a particularly hard time in her life. Her mom was ill. She was caretaker. We are the sandwich generation. Sometimes you have kids at home or young adults that you're responsible for. And then you have elderly parents that you're responsible for. And it's just a lot. So she was telling her husband, look, I got 20%. That's all I got. And he was like, I can spot you the 80%.
Right.
I got it. And then sometimes, maybe she's got 20% and he's got 30%. So they only have 100% between them.
Together. But
she was saying that, they sit down and talk and just make sure they're taken care of. My feeling, if I am in a relationship with you, even if I'm taking care of my mama, my dad, and my whoever, siblings, whatever I'm doing, I might not ask you to do it, but you sure as hell should offer, or at least say, I got you. Yes. I got you. If I need to step up and help you with this, I'm going to do it.
And I mean, this
if they're not going to do that, what the fuck do you need them for? This is my point.
You're a roommate.
What do I need you for?
Yes.
Especially in her case, if I'm paying the bills and doing the thing, a hard dick is not enough for me.
No.
Now, maybe for her, I don't know. But this,
and then I think about
you're spending my money
that she's faced. We're not going to go that deep into it, but I just think about scrutiny she's faced, the little breakup baby situation, which is enough for me to say, hell no.
Like you couldn't keep it in your pants for
a month
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, really?
So I was disappointed. And now listen, y'all know I love me some Daddy Sharp. I've loved Shannon Sharp since I was a little girl. That hasn't changed. And one area where I agree with him is the conclusion, which is if this works for you all and your finances, good for you. Now, that being said, the only reason why I thought, this podcast, this episode is a good idea is because people look up to celebrities. And this is not something you should aspire to. This is not realistic for marriage. This is not how it works. And a great example is my husband and I make roughly the same thing. We've hit a point where we make about the same thing. But there are things that I do that Cedric will tell you he doesn't do. And I'm not downing him because vice versa. Guys, I don't bathe kids. Like just your jaw probably just dropped. My arms are too short. I'm too short. We have a big garden tub. If I'm leaning in this tub, my back hurts, my shoulders hurt. The kids are rambunctious. Someone's going to drown. I don't bathe kids. I don't do that. That's what he does. But when I was pregnant with our first child, I remember he was like trying to get down changing diapers. He's the youngest. I'm the oldest. He had never changed a diaper in his life. And I thought, oh shit, this is going to get wild. And so he kept practicing. I was like, what are you doing? And he said, I could make milk come out of my body if I wanted to. So at least I can learn how to change diapers because that's something I can do.
Mm.
And so for years, people thought I was joking. I don't touch poop diapers. That's not my job. But my husband can't make milk. He's not out here pumping X amount of ounces a day and massaging and doing all this stuff. So the reality is women in a household, in most heteronormative families, do so much. I'll be damned if you about to ask me for my pay too. No, because I'm already doing more.
If any of you have seen Joy Luck Club, if you've not, see it.
Oh, I need to see this.
It's an older movie. It's about Chinese Americans and mothers and daughters, but no matter who you are, what you are, you can relate. But one of the daughters, so it's like a group of older women and their daughters. So, a bunch of mothers and daughters. One of the daughters, say she's a teacher. I can't remember her job, but it's a job that doesn't typically pay a lot.
Okay.
And her husband was, I don't know, an architect, but like a famous one. That he made a lot of money, had a lot of money. And they were like that 50-50. And he was telling her, well,
like line items.
I went to the grocery store and bought your tampons and your chocolate ice cream that I don't like. So I need that. I need to be reimbursed for that. And, she was very, okay, I'll get that to you. And the mother her mother was there during this exchange.
Oh,
didn't say anything. But later in the movie, the mother is telling, because of course they're having problems. Now I'm telling you, just,
spoiler alert. This is going to cause some resentment.
But the mother tells her, unless this motherfucker doesn't have both hands open for you, you need to leave him alone. Everything he got he needs to offer to you. And I'm from the same school. It's the want to.
Yeah.
It is the want to. And whatever I'm going through, whatever my circumstances are, you need to be down for it.
Yeah.
And whether you have to step up, and then sometimes I'm going to do the same for you. It might be where I need to take care of your mama, go wipe her ass and see about her. Or I might need to, whatever the situation is, but that's what marriage is.
Yeah.
And if that's not what we have,
so to come at me,
you stay the hell over at your place, and I'm going to stay at mine and pay my damn bills and you pay yours.
Bills. Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Yes.
Because if we can't be that to each other,
what's
then
the point?
I'm not going to fool with it. Now that's me. Y'all do what you want to do. And like I said, this is none of our business. This situation, but we just have this opinion.
Well, for him to do the interview with Shannon Sharp, though, he said it, and really, what it is, y'all.
People came for them like us,
People
like
came
saying,
for
"What
them.
the?"
And his feelings got hurt. His feelings are hurt that it came
Because he
out.
know he wrong.
Because you
That's
know
what
you're
it
wrong,
is.
that you had the nerves to tell this woman, this is my house.
Who has been down for you and your trans kid and your
Yes.
other kids.
Your ex-wife who has attacked her multiple times.
Your
Yes.
you know, baby mama that you
Yes.
had on the
Yes.
side of whatever in a
Girl.
situationship.
In a fucking blink.
Right. So
We wouldn't
I
have
mean,
done for a blink.
she has been
Yes.
down for you in some situations.
And you talking about your house?
Right.
Girl.
And about 50-50, like that is just what crawled my ass. Like, okay, I need you to show up for her.
Yeah.
I need you to fucking show up
Yes.
for her. Now, however y'all divide the bills is y'all's business. But I need you to say, I got it. She wants to give half, and I'm going to let her give half, but she don't have to
But
give
she don't
half.
have to. And you know what? Yes, there's this one instance, and it probably sounds like, oh, she just said it one time. But you know what it is, y'all? Y'all don't say nothing until it bother you. So you know this is a reoccurring, I'm going to assume, let me say assume, this is a reoccurring thing. Because if something happens just once, I ain't going to say nothing. But if it happened a few times.
That once is enough because now I know how you feel.
Lisa said you done
when
showed
you say that
yourself.
This is my house.
Yeah.
Okay, I got your number.
So what you're telling me is I ain't got no house.
Right. So that for her to feel, and she also said in the interview with Oprah, I believe, she was saying, well, whoever makes the money has the say.
Yes.
So in my mind, her putting this in
was her voice.
It's her voice. Yeah. And the
How
sad
is that?
Part of that is, so I have to put 50% in to be heard in a marriage.
Now I have to deal with your ex-wife. I have to
all your situation, your other kids,
all of the social media and all hate towards, you know, your trans minor, so that they get a lot of hate. I mean, you all have at some point you've seen.
I can imagine the stress of that.
Just that alone. And she shows up for Zaya. She does.
She's great.
So I'm sorry, but no, boo, you can cover that other 50% because she is doing work.
You know, most
that's priceless, right?
Okay, I'm not gonna say most. Every man I know covers it. Now, I don't know about these other folks out here, but folks my age and who I know, and I just say,
I'm not your age, and you know, my husband covers it. My daddy, and
I said everybody I know, everybody I know covers it, and they that's just what men do. So that's my feeling. A real man would just be there. That is what he can do. And knows that you are the table. You are the table. Yes. I'm bringing what I have to the table.
That's right. No, I have to agree with you. And his lackluster response with Shannon Sharp.
And his dismissiveness.
I was like, oh, you a booger. You a buster. You are a buster.
So we're done with you, Dwayne.
I sure am. And I'm here to tell you, Gabrielle Union, we are good, honey. When you get married again, when you marry someone who pay 100%, your picker's a little broken, just a little, just a little.
Next time,
but let this episode calibrate you.
The next time,
it
won't be like that.
Invite us. We will help make it grand, baby.
Because she deserves a voice. Yes, with a good man.
I just thought that was so ugly. Just me thinking of everything she's went through. And you to tell her this is my house.
And it's just attitude. Attitude.
And then to show no remorse.
No.
Because, you know, it's not about perfection.
I must be in it. What you gonna do with your,
do whatever the hell I want to do. You better ask somebody. What you mean?
What I'm gonna do with it?
Hell, I'm out here taking Zaya shopping. I'm doing all this. So now look, now that's something I can't say. If I got to Venmo you for my cut, we ain't gonna be together. No, I'm just gonna tell you.
That would have just
because you know what? Like Tom Hanks said, the one thing he said he wished that he understood earlier was, you know, this too shall pass. And he said, when times are great, you're on top, you feel like you know it all, you're doing great. This too shall pass. When you're on the bottom and it's horrible and it's the sky's falling, this too shall pass. So you doing good now, but it's going to come a day where you're going to need her. And I could not be mad at her. I can't be mad. Yeah, he do. He got some stuff that he does need her. And you know what? If she said no,
realized it. Maybe.
He ain't realized it,
or what her worth. He's quantifying her worth with money. That bothers me too.
Yes,
that just bothers me. Yes. Like, you know, you're not worth. That's really what it's telling me. Yeah. Like, she is worth a house. You made, I don't know what, $1 bazillion, whatever basketball players make,
Right.
you made. And if you were smart, which doesn't sound like you are, but anyway, maybe you are financially.
You've invested and done other things.
You should have made some more money. So you can afford a house. Okay. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. And shut your mouth. Know what to say and when to say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, as a woman, I don't want to hear you complaining about that.
Yeah.
There's a story. I remembered this. I heard a pastor say that a man came to him complaining about, gosh, these kids are so expensive and the wife's expensive. I got to pay for the son needs shoes and lessons and fees for this and that and the other, and, the pastor tried to counsel him about it. Well, not long after that, the man's son was killed. And he came to the pastor and he said, he doesn't cost me anything now. And the pastor said, living things cost.
Ooh.
Living things cost. Yeah. But the return on investment, on your wife, your kids, don't complain about that. Be so thankful. Thankful you have it.
Yeah.
Thankful they're there and that you can do it for them. You can minister that to them.
Yeah. That's
as a provider.
Yeah.
So I don't, this attitude
is terrible.
And this, I don't know what to call it. Just that,
the strange arrogance, because
that's really what it was.
Arrogance about it that I'm like, you should not be proud of this.
Yes, it bothered me. It really did bother me. And I was thinking.
And so funny fact, we talked about this episode, before the Shannon Sharpe, before we were made aware of the Shay Shay Club Shay Shay episode. So I'm in bed, I think last night, it pops up and I'm like, ooh, Shannon Sharpe. Then I read it and I'm like, no way. So I send it to Lisa and I say, hey, I'm going to sleep, but I'm going to watch this in the morning, which is now present time. Hey, I'm about to go sleep, but I'm going to watch this. I didn't get about 3 minutes in and I was like, oh man. So you're a man child. Your feelings are hurt that it got out that you said something that was shitty. And as opposed to saying, man, I was having an off day. My wife is awesome. She does this. She does that. I'll buy her whatever house she wants. Instead of saying that, you stood by this 50-50 bullshit? No, sir. That's ridiculous.
But he is younger than her. I thought about that.
He ain't that damn young.
Well, but I mean, is it,
He's older than me. He's older than my
immaturity.
husband.
I don't know. I'm trying to not justify it, but I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah.
What it's all about. But
girl, because
I just wish for her something else.
Getting some Venmo requests, some Zelle requests every time she was attacked in the tabloids for loving your daughter. You see what I'm saying? Now, see, that stuff you can't really put a price tag on. You can't put a price tag on
down
that.
For you.
Yes.
And what does that cost? What is that? What's that worth? Somebody that I know I can call
no matter what.
No matter what.
That should be priceless. 10 toes down.
Yes.
10 toes down.
Sheena.
Yes. Sheena Roberts. Yes,
that's worth.
Yeah.
That's priceless, really.
Yep.
And she seems to be that kind of a wife.
And he over 40. You ought to know better by now.
You ought to know better. You don't even have to be that old.
You
to
don't.
Know better.
You don't need to be about 32.
And like I said, the want to is more. Now, how y'all do it, what kitty you put your money in and how y'all divide it up is your business.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, the want to should be there. I don't really want to hear about you're spending your money and she's not, because your money is her money.
That's it.
And I got a problem with that.
Maybe that ain't for everybody, but I'm gonna take it back to she only said it because it bothered her.
That's all.
She didn't have to share it.
Heard.
Yeah, she wasn't heard. She shared it, y'all, because
she wasn't heard.
That gravy ran all over her plate. Otherwise, we would never know that it happened.
No.
So
and that she took steps to do it. Like, okay, this is what I need to do to have a voice here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to, put my half in so that way. And that's sad to me.
It's so sad.
It breaks my heart for her.
And
fuck you, Dwayne.
Basically, and for you to go on and interview.
We don't give a damn about your black ass. But Gabriel.
And then girl to go interview, like that's okay.
We love her and wish her well. And what I wish for you, Dwayne, is for you to aspire to deserve her. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be like, damn, I'm going to change. I'm going to do better and be better because it doesn't have to be this way. Because she don't have to be there. No. For your kids. Life can turn on a moment. Yes. And you know, everything's gone. She's gone. Stuff happens. Yep. So my prayer for you, Dwayne, is that you just get it together. Yeah. And just get the want to. And just let there her know that you're heard. Everything I got is yours. Right. If I got a dime, you got a nickel. That's what I tell my kids. And I mean it. Yeah. And you ought to mean it too. Yeah. Yeah. You ought to mean it too. And tell everybody about it instead of getting on somebody's show talking about what you spend and what she ate. And that just Gabrielle, did me the wrong. Me to your next wedding. That did me wrong. That just hit me wrong. Okay?
It did, y'all. When Lisa reached out, I said, now, and I wasn't sure what side I was playing. I just couldn't. But the answer came with the Shannon Sharpe interview. And I only got it because I love Shannon Sharpe. So I'm always looking at his stuff. So when it popped up, I said, wait.
He seemed shocked a little.
He was.
And then he kind of helped him clean it up.
Yes.
Tried to.
Yes. It's like, you know, it's you almost, look, I don't want you to look the ass that you are. So let me help you clean this up a little bit.
Please shut up.
And yes, Shannon Sharpe is right. It's none of our business. But I will say this. People are looking up to you. You know how many parents have trans kids and they are fucking lost. So they are looking up to you. Right. And ultimately, you are being very public about your life and you make money off of being public about your life. You're getting endorsements. I just saw a Sleep Number commercial with you. You're getting paid for Instagram posts, YouTube, a podcast. You didn't interview with Shannon Sharpe for free. I assure you that. So you're getting paid from being public. The least you can do is set a good example.
Yes. Or else keep your mouth shut.
I said what I said.
Yeah. It's a want to, Dwayne. I still say that.
Baby, you done burnt the bridge with Lisa.
Yeah. You're going to be on my Tom Brady list in a minute.
Ooh, no.
And y'all know that you're in
man.
Siberia. Up next, our picks for the sexiest man alive this week. But first, a message from our sponsor.
During hard times, it can get really difficult if you don't have anyone to talk to. Being alone with your thoughts can be an isolating feeling that can allow negativity to consume you.
This is why we are sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours.
Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states.
Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. That's betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee.
Okay, I'm afraid to ask. I'm really about
y'all. Okay, I don't know why I haven't picked him before, but maybe by now you've heard the sad news that Treat William was killed in a motorcycle accident
near his home.
And I love him.
He was so handsome.
Yeah. Love him. He's age appropriate.
He is, and he's handsome.
You know, very handsome, very handsome. And fun fact, Kennedy, Book Club Kennedy, when she was in high school, she used to watch Everwood, which was a TV show that he was in. He played the dad. Lately, in later years, he kind of played dads a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he did.
And it was a teenage angst show, basically. But we used to watch it together. So I have fond memories of watching that show with Kennedy. And Treat Williams being on there. But I was so sad to hear it, and even sadder that I had never picked him.
Yeah.
So I'm picking him this
Postmortem.
week and
Yeah.
just feeling sad.
Yeah. He, he's always been handsome to me. Like, he's always like, okay, I think I got kind of a cute dad, on TV. Oh,
Got a
man.
little swag.
He did.
White
He
swag.
definitely had a little swab about him. But, at least I'll say doing something you love, I think, is a better way to go than, I either want to be asleep or doing something I love,
Well, there was a question like that. Do you want to see death coming? Like people, who are sick or do you want it coming from behind and just sneak? I think coming from behind, maybe.
Yeah.
Or just go to the other one is go to sleep is my choice.
Yes.
If I have a choice, the kiss of God. Jewish people call that
the kiss of God. That's
people
what it was.
that
I thought that
just
was
go in their sleep, which is a lovely way.
Lovely way.
But he was on a motorcycle and he was an aviator and he kind of was a little daredevil, a little bit. But he was riding his motorcycle near his Vermont farm when it happened. So he was doing something that he loved.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still sad to see him go.
Oh yes, definitely. So I just realized I think I picked mine before. Maybe. Have I picked Shannon Sharp before?
You have. But we'll do him again.
But listen, Daddy Sharp can't do no wrong to me. Do you understand me? Shannon Sharp
interviews.
No. Because you know what? The thing about interviews is it shows you who folks really are. Because see, you don't know,
and it clears up the misconceptions.
But baby, that little eyebrow twitch, that's his job. You're interviewing. That's what you do. Undisputed is he's leaving Undisputed, which I'm really excited to see what all he's gonna do next. But baby, that eyebrow twitch told me he thought. Now say what? But you can't say that when you're interviewing, so you have to let them tell their story. But oh my gosh, can you imagine? He probably sitting there thinking, now wait, you made how much money and you can't buy a house
by yourself
with no help?
Why would you be buying one if you were single?
Baby, you go.
That's always my thing. If you ain't doing nothing that you wouldn't be doing by yourself.
Y'all don't understand. Right? This runs Lisa.
How she would like it. I mean, I guess that's the only difference with that, but I don't know. I love Gabrielle, and I'm thinking that Dwayne, I'm not gonna be surprised if I see that blow up. I mean, I don't hope it. I'm hoping that Dwayne gets it together.
If I gotta pay 50% of my house when you a millionaire, I'm telling you where I'm going. Y'all better call Cedric and ask. You and the want to better always be there.
Always.
Because the minute the want to leave, I'm gonna say, Lisa, you got an extra room because I need to get some stuff situated. And I'm just telling y'all how it's gonna go. Okay, loves, thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you're listening, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at Are You Free for Coffee podcast. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.